Let's see how to do this motif today, needle lace motif. This is done using anchor thread again and needle. This has dolls and beehives, only 2 stitches with lots of gaps in between, but this is the pattern. Let's begin. Keep the needle parallel. I've used 2 sticks here, and I am wrapping the thread around this along with needle 3 times and placing a knot. I'll place one more knot here. Now I'm going to remove the sticks, and this will be the center portion. I'm going to make knots all over it. As you can see, this is the center portion. I'm going to place knots all over. Insert the needle as usual and simply place knots all over. This is how we are going to do. And then after the center portion is done, I'm going to go over with loops all over. I'll be making around 7 loops and then form this dolls all over it. I'll get back to you when I'm doing the last knot for this round and then show you how to do loops over it. I've completed the first round. I'm almost at the end of it, and I'll show you how to go over with the next row. Now we shall form 7 or 8 chains here. Insert the needle. Divide this center part into 7 or 8 parts and form a small chain. Now go over with the next chain again. Insert the needle. I am inserting in alternate smaller chains. Two. Now the third. 6. I could accommodate only 7 chains in this ring, smaller ring. The one I had done, I am showing you for the sample piece. This is a very smaller ring, and I used only one stick here, smaller stick. Now let's work with the doll round over it. Insert the needle first here, the center of this chain. Now let's form a smaller loop. Insert the needle again here. Wrap this thread, front portion of the thread, clockwise and pull it. Pull the finger here and pull. Insert the needle again. Keeping this portion of the thread always in front of the needle. And the back portion of the needle thread should be wrapped anti-clockwise and pulled. Now let's move to the next chain. Insert the needle again. Place a knot as I am showing. Insert the needle again. Let's move to the third chain. Insert the needle, this thread always on top, back portion of the needle thread wrapped anti-clockwise, and the first loop is formed. Insert the needle in the same loop, and this thread should be wrapped clockwise. Hold the finger here and pull it slowly. Place the second loop over it. This is how we are going to complete this complete round. I'll show you one more and then get back to you when I'm doing the next round. Sorry. This is how it looks. I'll get back to you when I'm doing the next round. Here I'm going to show you how to join the new thread. Keep the thread at the back and insert the needle as I'm showing and place a knot. And we can cut these 2 threads and continue. Place one more knot to secure it tightly, and then we shall proceed further. Now this is the last flower that needs to be completed to complete this round, second round, and then let's move to the third round, that will be the chain round. Now place a loop, first loop, and insert the needle again. Wrap this thread, front portion of the thread clockwise, and place a knot. Again insert the needle. Place a second knot. Now this row is completed. Now to complete this round, insert the needle as I am showing at the starting point and place a knot. Now we shall move to the next row, that will be the chain row. I am bringing the thread at the top portion of this loop. Now insert the needle. And put a knot here. And now let's move to the next. Now this chain should be lengthy so that these dolls are neatly placed. Now this row is completed and we have to move to the next group of dolls. We have to place dolls in center here. Let's bring the needle in center portion of this chain. Place a knot first. as usual we are going to make dolls. And very next to it we have to place one more doll. That is 2 dolls over this chain. Now we have to move to the next chain. Bring the needle again in center of the next chain. Place a knot first. In this way we are going to complete this round, and I'll get back to you when I'm doing the last group of flowers. Now this row is completed. Let's move to the next. Now bring the thread here. You have to form chains over it. Now place a simple knot over this. And let's move. We need to form chains over these dolls. All the chains should be of equal size. As you can see, all the chains should be of equal size. over this we are going to do this next round, which will be dolls again over the chains. The next row is also dolls over these chains. I've added a new thread here. Just keep the thread at the back portion of our work. Insert the needle and place a knot there. It will hold in place. And this thread, after we complete our work, this row, we can cut this thread. Now we have to place 2 dolls again as usual, what we worked in our previous rows. Insert the needle. This thread should be rough, clockwise and pulled. Insert the needle again. This thread always on top of needle and back portion of needle thread. Anti-clockwise and pull the thread. Now insert the needle again in the same chain next to it. Insert the needle again, place a knot and form the second loop over the first loop. Now move to the next chain, place a knot. And 2 dolls will be placed over this chain again. This is how we are going to do. This complete round. And I'll get back to you when I'm doing the beehive round. I hope it is very clear. After I complete this round, I'll show you how to do the beehive round over it. We can extend our work to as many rows as we want in this way. get back to you when I'm doing the beehive round. I'm working with the last doll of this round, and then I'll move to the next row, which will be only beehives. Now this row is completed. Now we need to form chains first and then go over with beehives 2 rounds to end this motif. As usual, let's come to the center of the doll. Bring the thread out to the center of the doll. Place a simple knot here. Now we have to work with chains all over. Insert the needle. This thread always on top, and the back portion of the needle thread should be wrapped in this way and the thread pulled. Now this chain round is completed. And I'm going to work with beehives all over. First let me bring the thread to the center. Of the chain in this way. Now one small beehive. Then I'll move to the next chain. Place a knot at the center. Place a small beehive. Then again move to the next chain. Insert the needle as shown. This thread always on top. Back thread wrapped anti-clockwise. We have to pull the thread. That is the beehive, and there is a gap in between these two chains. We need a small beehive. Only one beehive we are going to place over the chain and then move to the next chain. See, in this way. And then move to the next chain again. Place a knot, single beehive here. Then move to the next chain, leaving a bit of gap. In this way we have to complete this round and go over again with beehives for another 2 rounds before we close this motif. I'll be doing 2 more rounds of beehives over this. First row of beehive is completed, and again I'm moving to this center of this chain to start with the second beehive round. I'll place a knot in the center first and start doing the beehives. All knots are to be formed in center of the chains of the previous round. In this way. Insert the needle. Again, as usual, this thread always on top of the needle. Back thread wrapped anti-clockwise and pulled. Continue in this way for 1 more row after this, and if you want we can stop it or we can go over with another round. I'm going to do 3 rounds so that it will look a little broader and neater also. I'll come back with you when I'm doing the 4th and final round. I've completed 3 rounds of beehives, another 2 more to go and to complete this motif, and I'll show you how it looks. We can end the motif here or we can continue also with few more rounds of beehives, or whatever edge we want we can do, or with smaller loops also we can go over it, and that will also look beautiful. Now this is it. This is done again using anchor thread and needle, as I had already shown in the beginning. I hope you all liked it, and thanks for watching.